All right, Shalom. First off, we want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Bahashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Hashem,
Rakal Quadash.
Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, and Shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. So we doing another brief, lesson and sit down. I'm going into this article right here that you see on the screen, dealing with the situation with the meeting that Trump and Kim Jong Un was supposed to have. Basically, now it's tossed into limbo, so to speak, like they're saying in the article. So we're going to read this article a little bit and then hit some precepts on it. As this is off RT, and the title says, "We'll see what happens," says Trump as North Korea summit put in limbo. And it says, "The will they, won't they dance between the U.S. and North Korea took another turn on Wednesday as President Donald Trump said he'll insist on denuclearization should the mooted summit take place. The June 12th meeting was thrown into doubt after the U.S. and South Korea engaged in a joint military drill. That move prompted North Korea to cancel high-level talks with the South, which were scheduled for Wednesday.
Yeah, this piece of shit Trump. Here he goes again. He put in a tweet or he did a press release, talking madness, saying, "Yo, we about to denuclearize North Korea. That's what we're gonna talk about." Then Korea's like, "Nah, they backing out of everything now. You can keep going on."
Okay. And it says, "We'll see." Trump said when questioned about the summit at the White House, "No decision. We haven't been notified at all. We haven't seen anything. We haven't heard anything." He continued. Trump added
Yep.
that Trump added that he will continue to push for the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. That stance and is in direction. No, that stance is in direct opposition to Pyongyang's insistence that it's not interested in negotiations that are focused only on North Korea's nuclear program. We will not
Yeah,
be.
because so-called white man, right? Trump, they're coming on the tip like, "Yo, we're only interested in one thing we're talking to you guys about, and that's denuclearize, right? Giving us your weapons." And then North Korea's like, "That's the one thing we're not going to talk. Right? We could talk about anything else, but we're not going to give up our nukes to you." So that right there is showing you, okay, you can't reason with this damn devil, man, right? And these other nations, they get into that point. You can keep going. All right, Bubba Shaw.
It says we will not be interested in talks anymore if they only try to push us unilaterally into a corner and force us to give up nukes. Vice Foreign Minister Kim Kai-wan said in a statement, it would be inevitable to reconsider whether to respond to the upcoming summit with the U.S. The vice
Yep.
foreign.
Hey, so they say, what do you say? You're gonna back us into a corner and take away our nuke, right?
Yeah.
Nah, these other nations aren't allowing you to do that anymore. Hey, does this article go into what you were saying about Libya?
I think it might.
I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah. It do. Yep, it do.
All right, yeah. If you could just skip to that, Bubba Shaw. Or unless there's more stuff right there.
Nah. Well, it goes into it. Yeah, it starts going into it in the next paragraph. The vice foreign minister specifically targeted U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton with his criticism. Bolton has called for Pyongyang to quickly give up its nuclear ambitions in a similar manner to how Libya abandoned its weapons of mass destruction program. Bolton and North Korea have history previously clashing when Bolton worked in the Bush administration. We shed light on the quality of Bolton already in the past, and we do not hide our feeling of repugnance towards him, Vice Minister Kim said. The world knows too well that our country is neither Libya nor Iraq, which have met a miserable fate, he added.
Yep, and then that guy John Bolton, he's what you would call a so-called neocon. In other words, he's one of those Republicans that was all about going into Iraq, and I think it was the name of it was the Project for a New American Century, right? And he was an ambassador back then, and these other nations remember how they were just rolling on everybody then. And what did Trump do? He put them back in to show these other nations that he's all about war. Okay, hey brother, can you get me that revelation? Because what's happening is that this devil Trump, by putting that guy John Bolton back in there, that's just him and that they're representatives of the so-called white man not wanting to do anything with you other than kill you, man. That's their main plan is that, hey, if you don't go our way, we're going to force you to go our way, right? And the main example is Libya. Libya, they got rid of their weapons program, and the next thing you know, they got rolled on by the so-called white man, all right? They got bombed the hell of back. But what are they trying to do to Syria? They're trying to bomb the shit out of them. But have you seen them bombing Iran? Nah, they ain't about to do that, man. Because the moment the so-called Jew does that, it's for sure it's World War III. All right, go ahead.
On the one in Revelations.
Yeah, because the so-called white man, this whole thing between Kim Jong-un and North Korea and South Korea, and it's all about peace. They're trying to mend their past crimes against each other, right? And forgive each other and become so-called brother nations, brother or sister nations. And the so-called white man is forcing them to go to war again. Go ahead,
This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that
go ahead.
And that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
Go ahead, break that down.
That horse basically representing Esau. He came out red, and it was given unto him to take peace from the earth because he's the one in control of the earth, and his blessing is the sword. He was given the great sword. All he's been doing is using his sword and taking peace from the whole earth. You see exactly what's going on with the prime example is what's going on now with the out there with the Palestinians in the Gaza. They getting hit up by the Amalekites, and then out here in Babylon, you got Trump. He's fucking up everything with the North and South Korea. They were like just in the midst of like getting back unified, meeting up, smiling with each other, talking and greeting. Now Trump's fucking that up, and he's making it worse with the tension between North and South. I mean North Korea and America, because they were going to meet up at one point and have their meeting, and discuss things. All right, but then he was over there saying, no, we're not discussing many topics. We're just discussing you getting rid of your nukes. And basically North Korea, they're not dumb. You devils always say it's peace, but then you speaking with smooth words, but then the war's in your heart. That's what they know, like it says in the scriptures.
Yep, beautifully said. Because what's happening also on the other in the Holy Land, all right, in the land, our holy city, Jerusalem, the so-called white man is causing havoc over there. You got Ishmael, you got the so-called Jew, and you got Babylon making their U.S. embassy in Jerusalem, and here it is, the so-called Jew. The IDF, they went and killed about 50 plus Palestinians, man. Put their ass to death. Yep. Why? Because they're and very few nations are supportive of that political move that Trump made, man. And North Korea is not one of them, or South Korea, right? Or China,
yep.
or Russia, or Iran. These big, large nations, and especially the Egyptians, these other nations that are sick and tired of the so-called Jew. And so, like the brother was saying, they know, yeah, you want to talk about denuclearizing, but for what? So we could be your complete slave to you, man. Yep. That time is done. That time is done for you so-called white people, man. Your power on the earth is completely fading away. And these other nations, such as China, and because North Korea, they're operating with the support of China and Russia, okay? So with the so-called white man, right now, your time is up, all right? Your time of rulership, your time of just being a bully to the nation, it's over with, right? And can you give me that Obadiah about being made small amongst the nations? Right, because these other nations are making alliances the top investor in these countries that have been neglected and destroyed by the so-called white man in Africa. The top investors that are helping build their economies are Russia, China. Yeah, they're exploiting them. But they're not doing it like you so-called white people did it, and you Americans did it. You went and you European nations, what did you do? You went in there and totally raped that land, man. Speaking of the lands of Africa, right? Even Southeast Asia. Not to mention the Americas, but see, the so-called white man, your stronghold on the Americas, that's never been let go of, man. Why? Because we're the Israelites, right? You have the Israelites, and you're going to keep us in this low state. All right, can you go get that for me, Babak Shah?
Okay, this Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Beautiful. Thou art made small amongst the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And so that spirit that these nations are coming in with is that they're aligning. They're making themselves bigger, stronger, and they're hating you more. They're despising you. And that's beautiful. Everyone despises the so-called white man, all right? And it's coming out on a daily basis, more and more videos, so-called white man talking mess, being racist, getting knocked out, getting kicked out of restaurants, not being served because he's racist. Why won't you serve me? Because you're a racist. And Esau's mad, all right? Hey, as these nations know that you operate on your geopolitical scale as a racist, all right? You want to just want everyone to be a slave to you while you whip their back and bomb them the hell and back. Otherwise, you'll bomb them the hell and back. And this guy Trump, he's not afraid to be saying that. But these nations, right, they're understanding who you are. They're despising you. Can you give me that about the thief, Babak Shah? Because
oh yeah.
That chief foreign minister that was a Korean guy, right? North Korean.
Yeah.
What he was saying was just historical facts, all right?
Yep.
Speaking of how the so-called white man operates and how you shouldn't be able. Why should we trust him, man? Look what he did to Libya.
And he's
Hey.
I had seen another article as well, like going into how the North said they didn't want to meet with the South anymore because of the joint military drill. That it was another article going into how the South, they still want to try to like make peace with them. That's what the government over there was saying. They was like, we didn't mean to offend you. Basically, like we still want peace. So they trying to like, they don't want to be associated with America. Basically, they still want to try to get cool with North Korea.
Mhm. That's right. And whether they like it or not, if that's going to lead to war in that peninsula, there's going to be war there. You can already see the war in the Holy Land, right? There's going to be war in Iran, and more than anywhere else than least expected is going to be war here in America. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going on.
And this is John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
That's right. The thief cometh not. So here comes Trump. He's coming to talk to you. Oh, you think he wants to talk about peace? He wants to talk about a new way forward. All right. What they call it, reconciling.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. The so-called white man, he's not interested in any of that. Read that again. Listen. He's the thief. How did he get America? How did you get America, devils? All right. How did you go get the oil in Iraq? How'd you go over there? How'd you get Afghanistan? Okay. Not to mention all of our land, you damn devil. All right, keep going on.
The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
And that's exactly the MO of the so-called white man. And that's how America operates. That's how it was created. It was built. And that's how it operates. And these other nations are saying, man, they just want to kill us. They want to destroy us. Because as soon as they take away the nuclear weapons, Kim Jong-un, they want to kill his ass. Kim Jong-un's like, yo, he may go to that meeting and they may blow his ass up. You know what I mean? They may try to get his ass. But they can't get him yet because he has them nukes. I bet that dude got the button on his chest ready to go at any moment. Trump ain't that high level, all right? But the spirit is like that against America to destroy this place, right?
Yeah.
All the most highs that'll put that spirit even stronger on the rest of the nations. Yeah, Kim Jong-un, he got it. Putin, he got it, man. He said, yo, I got the invincible. I got an invincible missile, man. That's some big stick talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You say, yo, man, whatever you talk in America, he got something for you. Can you give me that in Nahum?
Kind, you want a Nahum 1?
Oh, Bukasha.
Kind.
Or about the lies and robbery, the name 3 and 1, or
Yeah, 3 and 1.
God.
Yeah. Nahum 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prated part of not.
Hey, that's exactly. Go to the bloody city. In America, you're known as the bloody city, right? You were established on the blood of millions, hundreds of millions of Israelites. Probably I'll say billions of Israelites.
Yeah.
You so-called white people, you always playing with the numbers. You killed billions of us, all right? That's how America was established. And now it lies and robbery. How do you establish your power around on the earth? Robbery. Nations like these African nations, these poor countries, you stole all their resources, man, and you're continuing to do it. But countries like China, you stole so much from them, they don't want it. They got power now, all right? Countries like Iran, they got missiles now. Countries like North Korea, they got missiles now, okay? And they're going to use it on this place.
That's right.
Oh, you got something else, Zach?
I got something. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, it's a beautiful time in prophecy. And you can tell that Spirit 2018, the year of prophecy, is getting real heavy, man. Trump is in office. All kinds of there's no but turmoil. There's no peace. Okay, it's just a matter of time between this chaos turns into actual bloodshed on the earth, which is very, very soon. Keep going.
This is Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. The Most High, he said it perfectly himself. Right, war is in his heart. The so-called white man, oh yeah, I think it's a good step forward. I'm willing. Right, he's talking that stuff. I'm willing to talk to Kim Jong-un, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about, oh yeah, Obama never got this far. Yeah. Now, he went back to where he went back. War's in his heart, man. It sounded smooth, but now he's going to war. All right. What's happening at the U.S. Embassy? We're gonna go to Jerusalem. We're gonna recognize Jerusalem. They go over there. There's nothing but war out there, bloodshed. Why do you want to go to Jerusalem? Not because he wants to make it a city of peace. He wants to bring more war. Right? But that's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to push for World War III. You got anything else, Doc? Do you want to add anything?
No, man. That's that's what's going on right now. Basically, they're the America is acting innocent, like they're not doing anything wrong, but the whole time behind the scene, they're trying to they're basically antagonizing everybody else, trying to force their hand into war.
Mm-hmm.
Doing these sanctions with Russia, like against Russia, doing sanctions against all these other countries and stuff. Now these countries gonna be doing sanctions against you and stop dealing with your money. Stop getting imports from America. So you just fucking yourself over, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention the Iran nuclear deal. That got a lot of nations very angry. A lot of rich people mad. So America, your time is up, man. You're not here for peace. You're here for war. And these other nations know that the only reason why you're peaceful nations is because you control them. All right, you're able to steal all their resources and put their people in bondage. And you know what? That time is up. Jake, the spirit of Israel here on the spirit of prophecy is pushing so quick that it's really, you can see this place getting hastened to be destroyed, man, even quicker every day.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, bro. And with that, we just want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash. Yep, and Shalom to all you brothers out there. Shalom. Death to America. 2018 year of prophecy, man. More prophecies coming. The chip is going to be coming next, man. Lord willing. Shalom.
Shalom.